told you I'm a star. You see the ice, you see the cars, flashing lights everywhere we go.
This is the true cruise story.
Nine friends and family came together to create the crew.
I run it.
Jeffrey, Lindsay, Ola, Matthew, Andrell, Chris, Brittany, Angela, and Christina have been together for over 4 years and are now disbanded. But who were they before they were the crew?
Little Jeffrey was born August the 5th, 1989. He was a happy head. That was my nickname for him. He was a very beautiful little boy, happy head, always jolly. I've never seen him really cry, get angry or anything. He was a very sweet, loving little boy.
They told me stories about how I had casts on my legs.
Jeffrey had casts on his legs because he always walked on his tippy toes. He was a bright little boy, but he would always walk around the table on his tippy toes. And we wanted him to set his feet on the floor, and he wouldn't set his feet on the floor. He would always stand on his tippy toes.
Almost 3 years later, Lindsay comes along.
Lindsay was born on 7/11 in 1992.
Oh, she was so sweet. I remember when we went to see her right after she was born in North Carolina, and Mama was holding her, and she was playing with the stick. You're so pretty. And she said, ooh.
Yeah, Lindy was a little happy head too. Big black eyes, beautiful little curls on her head. And she was just a lovely little girl. And sweet and adorable. She too, I've never seen her get angry. Except once she got mad with Jeffrey and she bit him.
Me and Lindy was always together. We did just about everything on the big family trips. We was always there together.
We were together all the time. We played together all the time. I saw pictures of him standing in front of my crib, so we've basically been together ever since I was born.
Jeffrey would later find out that he has a brother and a sister.
Chris, when he was born, he was a sweet little boy. And he was a good baby, peaceful. And Brittany, I saw her, I guess the first time I saw her, she was maybe about 3 years old. No, she was a little younger than that. But she was a sweet little girl, very kind of shy-like.
Yeah, they were good. We enjoyed them too, very much.
Jeffrey's father packed up and moved his wife and his 3 kids to Florida.
I moved to Florida when I was about 4 or 5, and I remember going to my first half of kindergarten there, and Chris and Brittany and their mom and my dad was there.
I remember the pizza that they used to cut.
I was running around naked, no?
And the alligator. And I said, you're the alligator, right?
I got sick one time, and I went to the hospital, stayed overnight, and then my dad picked me up in the truck broke down.
Then, a few months later, the family split up and Jeffrey and his father moved back to Maryland.
I went from Florida. I believe he moved to Virginia, Newport News.
Went to Maryland, I believe.
And then from there, I went to California for 4th grade, and then we came out here to Maryland for 6th grade, and went back out there to California and came back.
While Chris and Brittany were constantly on the move, Jeffrey would soon meet up with Ola.
The first time I met Jeffrey, I went to his house for a party, and so my grandmother told me to put on this big yellow dress.
Ola's grandfather brought her over to my house for a birthday party for Jeffrey, And I think she was about 4 years old, and Jeffrey was about 6 years old.
She had this big old yellow dress on, and she came in, everybody else was wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and she just looked all too dressed up.
And this is a child's party. Everybody is playing around in trees and everything. And I come in here with this big yellow dress, some little frilly socks, some little dress shoes. I mean, I was looking stupid. And I saw that dress in the thrift store. Like, this was my dress. And it was in the thrift store.
And I don't know, they had a little disagreement, and she ended up scratching Jeffrey for some reason. All children love to scratch and bite him.
When I saw Ola again at McDonald's, our grandmothers knew each other, and they introduced us again.
I remember saying hi to Mama Jane. I don't know where Jeffrey was.
Then the next day she called me, and we've been hanging out ever since. Coming up.
You want to be his own personal stripper or video girl. It's not cute.
And later.
Hit my head, and from then I blacked out. I don't remember nothing else after that.